Namaste everyone. My apologies for yesterday. We had deputed someone because I couldn't make it to take care of it and that person forgot. So nothing happened yesterday, but I don't expect any more problems. So please please sit in a relaxed, comfortable way with your back straight. Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as we exhale, mentally and physically let go of everything. Let the body become loose and the mind become relaxed. Our usual disclaimer: when you attend this session, you do so with the understanding that you're responsible for your own well-being. Life in Yoga and those of us who lead these sessions don't take responsibility towards the outcome of your participation here. So please exercise caution in whatever you're doing and make sure you follow the rule of yoga. That is, there cannot be any strain whatsoever in what you do. Everything should be done with such mild effort whereby one can have meditative focus in what they are doing. Observing your breath and making sure it is slow and smooth is helpful towards preventing any kind of jerky movements or forceful movements. But most important is you have to be aware of yourself, and anything that feels uncomfortable should not be done. So with that, let's begin by establishing the group consciousness. Think of everybody who is in this group as within yourself. Take a slow, deep breath in. We'll begin the first of three Oms. Now we go on to the chakra vibration. Just a reminder, today being Sunday, we have this special meditation session in the end, and we have extra time for any discussion. And those of you who may not have paid attention, from Wednesday onwards, we have the India program beginning. And the India program in India time, which is the same as 5:30 to 7 in the evening, works out to 7 a.m. Eastern time in the US. And so if there are people who would like to join from the US, you can also register into it. In the end, I'll send you the link over there for you if you're interested. Now, let's go on to the chakra vibrations. Bring your awareness to the perineum, and as you squeeze at the perineum, pressing on the little finger with the thumb and pointing the middle of the palm towards the perineum, we do the sound LUM. LUM. Release the fingers. Continue. Lam. 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 Bring your awareness an inch or so above the perineum, behind the pubic area. As you draw in there, we do the sound Vam, pressing on the ring finger of the thumb. Vam. 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 Release the fingers. Continue. Vam. 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 Last time. Vam. Bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body. As you draw in at the navel, we do the sound rum, pressing on the middle finger of the thumb. Rum. 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 Release the fingers. Continue. Rum. 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 Last time. Rum. Now, bring the awareness in between the breasts and the middle of the body, and here we do yum, pressing on the index finger of the thumb. Yum.
Yum.
Yum. Yum. Yum. Release the fingers. Continue. Yum. 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 Last time. Yum. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist.
Hum.
Hum. Release the hand, continue.
Hum.
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 Hum. Now bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and there we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist.
Chum.
Chum. Chum. Chum. Release the hand, continue.
Chum.
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 Chum. Chum. Bring the awareness to the top of the middle of the head, and there we do Om, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand, continue. Last time. Normally we do the chakra vibrations later. So today we added it on. So what we will do is we'll just proceed in a slightly adapted mode. I forgot to do it later. So let's go on to our Ujjayi Pranayama. As we inhale in Ujjayi, feel the mild, slow, deep breath with a mild sucking sensation at the throat area. And when you exhale, feel like a reverse sensation. If you're unable to feel it when you do with slow, deep breath, make a big smile with the cheeks coming out, and you'll find a slight stretch in the bottommost part of the mouth. Focus on the stretch, and as you inhale and exhale, feel like the air is rubbing there along the place where you feel the stretch. As we continue, we can go on to the shoulder rotations. Inhale, lift up the shoulders. And as you exhale, pull the shoulder back and come back forward as you complete the exhalation. Last inhalation and last exhalation in this motion. Let's continue the Ujjayi. Bring the hands to the chest together. And as you inhale, stretch up. Pull back the shoulders as you begin to exhale and complete the exhalation. Bring the hands by the side. Continue. Last time. Now interlock the hands and facing the palm upward. As you inhale in Ujjayi, stretch up. And as you exhale, bend at the elbows and relax. Last time, inhale, stretch up, exhale. Make a fist, bend at the wrist, bring it into the chest. And as you inhale, open out the palms perpendicular to the forearms and pull back the shoulders and complete the stretch as you complete the inhalation. As you exhale, make a fist, bend at the wrist, and bring it into the chest again. Continue. Last exhalation. Elbows in line with the shoulders, fists below the chin. And as you inhale, go around the wrist, open out the palms as wide as possible. And as you exhale, make a fist and complete the circle. Continue the Ujjayi pranayam this way. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now bring your hands right onto your seat or the floor if you're sitting on the floor, and keeping it on the floor. As you inhale in Ujjayi, push on your hands and stretch out your legs. Let's see if you can see it. Push out the hands and stretch out the legs, pointing out the toes. And as you exhale, bring the leg down and relax your hand. Inhale, inhale in Ujjayi. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we can go on to our visualization with Ujjayi. Bring your awareness to your lowermost part of the sternum, and as you inhale, visualize the awareness coming up from here, going up over the front of the body to the middle of the top of the head. And as you exhale, coming down the chakras, there where we did the chakra vibration, all the way down to the perineum. So let's do this. Inhale from here. exhale to the middle of the body. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we visualize the awareness rising from the tailbone and coming along the back of the spine and coming up all the way to the middle of the top of the head. And as we exhale, going down the middle of the body all the way down to the perineum. So let's begin. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, let's go on to visualizing the awareness from the bottom of the feet, going up through the legs and going through the entire body and going up to the top of the head. And as we exhale, coming down all the way. So please continue. Now, now visualize the awareness going through the whole body and around the body, to a couple of feet around the body in all sides, and 2 feet below the body, and going up maybe a couple of feet above. As you inhale up, visualize you're connecting into the cosmic intelligence, and as you exhale down, visualize you're bringing the cosmic intelligence to purify unwanted stuff in the body, and whatever is gross unwanted stuff is going down below the feet into the earth. And as you inhale up from the earth, you take whatever gross elements that are needed to restore the organs of the body. And as you complete the inhalation and go up, take any subtle matter that is not wanted, like any thoughts or whatever, and let them go out into the surrender into the cosmic intelligence. So please continue. Those of you who are in the attendee list, I'm sending an invitation to join the panelists, so you're welcome to join if you like. If any of you have any questions, feel free to unmute and speak up. Okay, so now we'll go on to 3 rounds of Bhastrika, after which we'll go into our meditation. So pull back the shoulders, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. 4, visualize as you inhale that you're getting revitalized with all good things, and as you exhale, you're expelling unwanted stuff. Continue. Exhale. 7, inhale. Exhale. 8, inhale. When you exhale, it's like Ujjayi. 9, exhale. 10, exhale. 30, exhale. 40, exhale. 50, exhale. 60, exhale. 70, exhale. 80, exhale. 90, exhale. 20, exhale. Today, just keep your eyes closed and observe the sensations within. Observe particularly if you feel any sensation in the head or neck. Now, we can go on to one round or 2 breaths of Brahmaris. So take a deep breath in and close your ears. Now we are ready for the second round of Bhastrika. Pull back the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3, exhale. 4, exhale. 5, exit. 6, exit. 7, exit. 8, exit. 9, exit. 10, exit. 11, exit. 12, exit. 30, exit. 40, exit. 50, exit. 60, exit. 70, exit. 80, exit. 90, exit. 20, exit. Now we will do Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Bhramari. Now we can go on to the third round of Bhastrika. Pull back the shoulders, exit. Inhale, exit. 2, inhale, exit. 3, exit. 4, exit. 5, exit. 6, exit. 7, exit. 8, exit. 9, exit. 10, exit. 11, exit. 12, exit. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Don't do anything, just keep the eyes closed and observe the sensation in your head and neck, if any. Also observe any sensations in the palm. Now let's do 3 breaths of Brahmari. So take a deep breath in. Now, observe within and see how you feel, the quietness, the silence within. Now gently rub the palm of your hands and separate it an inch or so away from each other. And as you gently move the palms, see whether you feel any sensation in the palms. If you don't feel any sensation in your palms, stretch out your hands, straightening the elbows, and lift up the palm. And as you inhale and exhale, visualize you're inhaling from the palms and exhaling out of the palms. Now, bring the hands like an inch apart, the palms inch apart, and see whether you feel anything in your palms. If you don't, once again, rub slightly, separate the palms and gently move the palms, and most of you now should feel a little sensation in the palms. Now we are ready to begin invoking the 3 spirits that take our awareness to source of all cosmic wisdom. So I do see that there may be a few people who are new over here. So what we are doing is, we are doing an affirmation-based meditation, but the affirmation-based meditation is done after invocation of 3 spirits that take our awareness to the source of all cosmic wisdom, which is God. So this concept of invocation, in order to, for people who are new, if you close your eyes and observe how you feel within, now think of someone whom you know, who is very different from you. Maybe somebody whom you think is highly spiritually elevated, or you think a person who's a spiritual dud, somebody in the extremes. And if you think of that person as being inside you, observe how things change for you. Simply by thinking of somebody coming into you, we invoke their spirit within us. Now you can let that go. So now we will go for 3 directed spirits. So open out the palms in front of you, the 2 little fingers and the sides of the palms touching each other. And mentally ask yourself, you call upon the spirit that takes your awareness beyond the body. And that spirit we call as Gayatri. So call upon Gayatri, the spirit that takes the awareness beyond the body, to come into your palms. If you're sensitive, you will feel a subtle vibration in your palms. Take that vibration inward, right into yourself. Now open the palms once again. Those of you who are very sensitive, after taking the palm in, you would have felt a slight change in your how you feel with it. Now we will call upon the spirit that takes our awareness beyond the light of the sun, that is, into the spiritual world. That spirit we call as Savitri. So call upon that spirit Savitri that takes the awareness beyond the light of the sun, and feel again a vibration in your palm, and this will be slightly different. Take that vibration right into you and observe how the vibration changes for you within. Now open the palms once again, and we'll call upon the spirit that takes your awareness to the source of all cosmic wisdom. And that spirit we call as Saraswati. So call upon the spirit Saraswati that takes your awareness to the source of all cosmic wisdom right into your palms. Now feel this as even softer and smoother than before. Take this vibration right into you. Now, with your eyes closed, if you observe within, you feel something has very subtly changed. Obviously, you were relaxed before, but now there seems to be some kind of alignment within you. And that alignment like a single line right in the middle of the body, going through the top of the head. Now that we are connected with this invocation of these 3 spirits, we do an affirmation-based meditation. And that affirmation essentially is, in the context of the 3 levels of existence, physical, spiritual, and the source, which are all connected by Om. By the brilliance of the sun, or by the energy of the sun, may we imbibe cosmic wisdom, may I imbibe cosmic wisdom, by which I'm able to project myself into the world. In other words, in order to fulfill the purpose for which you have come into this body. That same affirmation, if you want to say it in Sanskrit, you will say Om Bhur Bhuvaswa, Om Tatsavitur Varenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. So Om Bhur Bhuvaswa, that is, in the context of the 3 levels of existence, Bhu, Bhuva, and Swa, all connected by Om. Tatsavitur Varenyam, by the brilliance of that sun, or by the vitality energy of that sun. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, may you have the cosmic wisdom of all the spiritual entities. Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat, from that intelligence may you project into the world. So please continue with the affirmation mentally in your mind. In any language, makes no difference.
Mm.
Now bring your hands together at the chest. Become aware of your breath. Thank the three spirits that enable this meditation for you, and let them go by turning the palm the other way around. You let them release and you can let them go. Now take another slow deep breath in. We will do one long Om and visualize the awareness rise up from the middle of the head going out to the top of the head. And at the end of that Om, you can raise the palm of your hands and look straight into the palm of your hands. Take a deep breath in. With that, we end the practice session for today, but today being Sunday, we are open for any questions or any discussion. So feel free to unmute and speak up. So we have somebody, Mr. Ratan Karnani. So you're new for today. So if you would like to introduce yourself, where are you located? How come you heard about us and you joined us?
Don't be afraid to take that step and make that change. There's truly so much more in this world that you can.
My name is Ratan Karnani. I live in Alpharetta, Georgia. I just moved from Michigan and I've been here for about 6 months. I heard about this thing yesterday, as a matter of fact, at a Seva group we got together. That's where I heard about it. And so I definitely wanted to join it. And I was having a little hard time to connect with video earlier, but finally I got it. So
Thank you. Welcome. So nice to have you. But today's Sunday session is a little different session from other days, as you will notice when we do from tomorrow onwards.
fair enough. Thank you.
You're welcome. So any other thoughts, questions for discussion?
Dr. Krishna, there was there was no session yesterday. I tried to.
Yes, there was no session yesterday, and that was a mistake. I had assigned somebody to do the session yesterday because I had become preoccupied with something where I couldn't get out of. So at 5 o'clock yesterday, I knew I wouldn't be able to reach to conduct the session. I called somebody to lead the session yesterday, and that person had everything connected, ready to go. After checking all the connection ready to go, somebody called him and he got distracted. And he walked over there and forgot all about it. And then he called me back later in the evening and apologized that he completely missed it. So yesterday was a mistake. We are sorry for that.
I tried, nothing happened.
Yes.
Dr. Rajan,
Yes.
some days it's different than other days, the meditation. Some days it's easy to get into the zone, for the lack of better word.
Mm-hmm.
And some days, even if the mind is not wandering, doesn't go deep into it.
Uh-huh. That is quite normal. And why is it quite normal? From a yogic perspective, how we explain is the body needs to be in complete harmony before it can ascend into the higher awareness. And the yogic term for saying complete harmony, it's said the samana vayu has to be in balance. So what exactly is the samana vayu? So from the yogic perspective, what we say is there are three main channels of connection within us, and from one of them, where the chakras are, there are two other types of channels that go to every part of the body, and that is the 5 pranas that we talk about. So the first connection we think of is coming through the top of the head and going along the back, along the spine, all the way down to the tip of the tailbone. And that we call as the pranavayu, or the mukhya prana as we call it. So this is the, we had a very interesting discussion today. Some of you may know about the Council for Yoga Accreditation International, where the second Sunday of every month, we have a webinar session, and it's discussion oriented, and the subject for today had been all about the power of breathing practices. And so the question arose is, what exactly is prana, right? So the once we understand prana and samana, pranavayu and samanavayu, it'll become a lot clearer about the question that you asked, why different days you feel different. So but often people will say prana is the life force, right? You have probably heard it so often. But life force for whom? For you. Now, the day you leave the body, when the life force of yours has left your body, there's trillions of cells in your body, and the organs are still alive for a period of time. And only after a period of time, they also begin to die. Now, so in other words, your prana was gone, but the prana for the cells in your body and the organs, they were still there alive. So when we talk about the life force, we are talking about your life force, but the life force may not be the good description once we truly understand prana. It is actually the connection from the spiritual plane into this physical body that you have come. And you are not the body or the trillions of cells. You are somebody who is beyond them, and you are working with the trillions of cells. The way to think of yourself is, the trillions of cells are like the hundreds of thousands of people working in a very large organization, and you're the CEO. You are not those, but yet you're the controller of all of them. You're working above. But the CEO can decide, I'm taking retirement and I'm leaving, but the company still is over there. So all the trillion cells are still there. When you take retirement, it goes, right? So in other words, the prana is literally the connection with the spiritual world that keeps the body, or your sense of you being in the body, alive. But it is only the connection to the spiritual world. That is all that is. And when it is coming down, the prana comes from the spiritual world. Along with that, it's coming with a bundle of programs. And what is the bundle of programs? We call it as karmas and kleshas. So when you get a new CEO for the company, they come with their own agenda, how to take the company forward, where to go, and things like that. So you bring all of that into this. And what happens is, once the prana comes in with all the programs in, there are many departments within the companies, and each of them are working in different areas of the body, different this thing. So from the pranavayu along the spine, it penetrates into the middle of the body, into the chakras. The chakras are in the middle of the body. So the functionality all goes in over there. And the chakras, while they are all different departments, they still need to work in sync with each other, because there is one the whole company that the CEO is operating. So along the middle of the body, there is the Sushumna Nadi with all the chakras, sitting over there. And the thing is basically, each of these chakras, each of these departments over there are connected into various cells, and in the body, various organs and cells in the body. And those are all the frontline workers. So the communication that goes from there is what is called the Apana Vayu to the earth elements and the Vyana Vayu to the water elements. Now, all of these being all the frontline workers working with the intent of the CEO, they need to be in harmony in order to fulfill the purpose of the customers whom you are serving, the company is serving, right? So we are all serving, coming into this body to serve in the physical world, right? So when the Samana Vayu along the Sushumna Nadi is in complete balance, means what happens? Your customers are satisfied, all your employees over there are satisfied, whether at the frontline level, and the CEO is satisfied, then there is harmony. Then you are ready to go into the higher meditation. Then what does the CEO do? Now that I am in harmony, let me connect beyond and try to understand, who am I? What is my purpose? Where do I need to take this company, right? And that part that you evoke, that part comes along the front of the body from the Atma Chakra going up, and that is where the Udana Vayu lies. So what happens is, why different days, different people, your meditation is different, is all because the Samana Vayu may not be in the state where it wants to be. And when you go into meditation, you're activating the Udana Vayu to take it higher. So, Renuji, does that answer your question?
To a large extent. I am not very familiar with a lot of things, and I learn as I go along, and I experience with you being the leader. And it's going in. I'm learning. I'm becoming part of it, and improving every time.
Any other thoughts, questions?
Dr. Rajan, I feel very weak. I used to do this meditation, I used to feel energetic, everything, but now I feel very weak, all these things. I don't know what to do with them.
Well, the thing is basically, I'm going to share with you my experience. The thing is, you see, there'll be times, you see, as I'm aging and with some degree of osteopenia, which was detected 15, 20 years back, but it has never progressed to make it worse. What happens is, my hips and my spine and back, they are, they can become a little achy. And all these years, what I used to do is, every day in the morning, I go jogging and stair climbing. And when I do the jogging and stair climbing, and what happens is, my spine, my back, everything stays in good shape. Okay? So from the move that we had from Maryland to Florida, that we came over here, and then my mother broke her femur bone.
Mm-hmm.
And now what we are also doing is, we are starting the India program on Wednesday. And so we have been training people in India over the last month over here. So every day.
The sound disappeared, Dr. Rajan. The sound went away.
Sound went away, yeah.
And as a result of which, my hips and everything is feeling weak, like the way you are feeling weak. So the thing is basically, now, in between 1 or 2 days, I got the time, so I did go jogging. But that 1 or 2 days when I went in between, that was like once a week or so, that was not enough to bring me back. So what happens is, I need to do this constantly for about 1 month before I regain back and come back to myself. So ask yourself, what is it that changed for you? Were you doing any daily exercises which because of the cold you decided not to do? So that may be the place where you can kind of find your own answer.
Thank you, Rajan.
At this age, we do what is called maintenance of our body more than we keep it up. If we don't do a daily maintenance or maybe 5 days maintenance, we are going to be weak, all of us. It doesn't take more than a week to feel weak. So everybody must work on their body every single day, maybe more, maybe less, but do work on your body, please.
Ritu Basu, you have had your hand up for a while. Please speak up.
And Dr. Rajan, I had a follow-up question to Ms. Patel's question. Is the prana and the soul the same thing?
No. The prana is the one of the connecting from the spiritual world into the physical world. When we talk about Bhu Bhuva Swa, Om Bhur Bhuva Swa, right? What happened is Bhu is the physical world, the Bhuva is the spiritual world, and Swa is your source, which is the soul connection is connected with the Swa. And what happens is, since the soul connection works with the prana to come into this body, so think of it this way. For an inanimate object, there is no soul, right? So for the inanimate object, it is connected only to the spiritual plane. Whereas an animate object is connected both to the spiritual plane as well as to the source. And that is what in yoga we call the source as Purusha. And the created entity, which is the spiritual world and the physical world, are called Prakriti. We call the spiritual world as the higher Prakriti and the physical world as the lower Prakriti. And so the soul is connected directly into the source.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Rajan, is the soul prana?
Now you can't ask me that question after we answered this question. The soul is not prana. The soul is your God element inside you, and what it is the prana element is the one that carries all the programs and make you dance in the world and do everything that you do in the world.
Prana's prakriti.
Yeah.
Thank you. And if no one's going to talk, but if they are, I'll let them talk. Okay. I was going to say that I remember like a big benefit that I had in participating in this class is that time where you let us sit and like start to learn listening to our body. And you did that today. You used to do it all the time back then. We'd always have 2 minutes of just listening to our body after Bhastrika rounds. And when you noticed today about the sensations in the neck and the head, is that what had you think to stop and have us let it like go out? Or how do you know to take that time instead of like going to the Ujjayi Kumbhaka and Brahmani?
Well, the thing is, what happens is, the moment you do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, you're actively creating carbon dioxide in your system. So you're letting the brain to rapidly come back to its normal state. Whereas when you are simply observing, you're letting the brain to be a little confused and slowly adapt to what it needs to realize. The slow adaptation versus quick, change. That is the difference between the two.
So you sense that we needed some of that space.
Actually, I needed it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Wow.
Okay, so Radha has her hand up for a while.
Yeah, I have something to say. One thing that I have learned from you is you're doing the same thing repeatedly for the past 5-6 years, right? That's inspiration for me. Every day, same thing, without boring. Same enthusiasm. I don't know from where you get it. I'm taking it as an inspiration from you to do certain things in my life. Good thing, again and again, without getting bored, without getting, anything like that. So that is a big learning. I just realized it only. I don't know why. Thank you.
Thank you. So
My
Radha, please go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Renuji.
my feedback on that is that Dr. Rajan, that's his mission of life, to bring this knowledge to all of us and those who want to learn. And that is why, in my opinion, and I may be wrong, Dr. Rajan, please correct me, you are not bored. That is,
I'm in complete harmony
yes,
when I'm doing this
that,
session.
that is your mission to teach.
Exactly.
Yes.
My Swadharma.
Yeah, you're not getting bored. I don't know. That is what drives me. I don't know. That's a great thing. That's inspiration.
I'm going to ask you a question over here that will give you the parallel before we go to Radha. That is, how many of you drink coffee or tea in the morning? Raise your hand. Okay? And if one day if you didn't have it, how do you feel?
Lousy.
So why didn't you get bored of having the coffee or tea every day in the morning?
It gives you the high and wakes you up.
There you are. That's what the session is doing for everybody over here. Right? So
Yeah.
Radha, please go ahead, unmute yourself.
Sadar Pranam, Dr. Rajan. So, so I've been listening to all the questions and your answers. And I have so my question is like a few beads from all of your questions. And I will talk in reference to myself. I have been in your class since day one, and it has become a part of my life. I do my routine, whether I'm coming to your class in online or not, I do my routine, right? But my question is specifically for today. I realized we didn't go through all of them, and unfortunately, I didn't do my own back exercises either. I didn't get a chance. I would have done it with you or a little bit off when you were doing something else. That's what I do if I didn't, if I don't get to do it. So we did our Bhasrika, 3 rounds of Bhasrika, but I wasn't feeling ready for meditation because I hadn't done my back exercises or my leg exercises. So in cases like that, is it after your pranayama, is it okay to go back and finish your back exercises because your body, you feel that you are not ready? So if you are not ready, you are not going to be successful in your meditation anyways.
Yeah.
And
very good point. I'll answer your question. Okay.
And then after, let's say, then I went and did my back exercises. Do I still do like a round of Bhasrika, or you can just slide into meditation? What
You
is
can
your
slide into meditation directly if you feel comfortable with it. The key part is the whole purpose of how we do our practice is when you begin, you have to create harmony within yourself. And once you have created harmony, or the first level of harmony, you want to increase the level of harmony to a higher level. And how do you do that? You're doing that by integrating with a closer integration of the lowest elements, that is the water elements and the earth elements of the body, the apana vayu and the vyana vayu, with the prana vayu. And that is the reason we do all the stretching and all of that to activate the physical elements, the water element and earth elements in the body. And while you're doing it, obviously the integration begins to happen with the prana vayu also. And like what you begin to feel is there is a greater harmony coming within you. Now, I'll explain something to you which you have already noticed. When you do the chakra vibration, at the end of the chakra vibration, you should be ready to go into meditation. Whereas on the other hand, what happens is, after that, we get into all the physical exercises, the ujjayi and all of that. And then after that, we do the bhastrika to regain back what we had dispersed back to increase this thing. So when you ask the question whether you can go back to meditation without bhastrika, if you feel you're ready, everybody is individually in their this thing. If you feel you're ready, you can. But usually what will happen is even if you do one round of bhastrika, you will feel even better to go into the higher meditation.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Raj.
You're
I
welcome.
have tried that too. I have tried because in the morning it's not possible to do the entire cycle. I have tried just doing chakra meditation and going into meditation in the evening, but the stretching part in the morning. And chakra meditation and then regular meditation works very well, Dr. Rajan.
Yes. So somebody here has, yes, absolutely. That is good enough. In fact, the chakra meditation in itself is so powerful, and the meditation, if you find the time just for that, that itself is very effective.
Mhm.
I see somebody who has sent a message as an individual message, and this person has asked, is saying that the person is suffering from cancer and whether there is something that can be done for this. So I'm going to request this person to contact me individually. This is not the right forum to answer, and it is not a quick message I'm going to respond to. So we should have a conversation. Okay. Any other thoughts or questions? Anyone? Go ahead. Yes, Ritu.
No, I'm fine. Thank
Oh.
you. Happy New Year to everybody.
To you too.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
all of you. Yes. So namaste then. We'll close for
Namaste.
today and we will see you all tomorrow.
Thank you, Dr. Rajan. Thank you.